Welcome to the JoLo MoFo podcast.
Well, welcome everyone to episode number 29 of the JoLo MoFo podcast. We're your hosts, Lou Money and
JP.
JP, what's new, man?
Oh, man, a whole bunch of stuff was going on this week. But, like family type of stuff. So, like one thing, this was the first time that I've had like interaction with the school and the kids and like one of the kids getting in trouble. Of course, I knew this day was going to come. I didn't know, what it was going to look like. But, there was a little incident with one of my boys at school, and not going to get into like all the details of it, but basically like best way I can sum it up was like guilt by association kind of thing. So it was, there was a couple other boys around and they were kind of horsing around and they were, wanted him to horse around too. And, he wasn't taking part of it, but some teacher that was in the area kind of like saw them all together and basically said, oh yeah, you're all in trouble. And he was like, oh no, I wasn't doing anything. He's like, yeah, you were, I could hear you or something like that. So they started like going down the hallway or something. And then the other kid was like still messing around and like had hit my son, like smacked him into the butt and he was going to go do it again. And then he like kind of grabbed his arm to stop him. My son tried to stop him from doing it again. Anyway, the teacher was like, oh, we had enough. And they went down to like the office and shit like that.
Jeez.
And, he got upset because, I don't think he's ever been in trouble before. And he's really a good kid. He's not like a troublemaker. Everybody likes him and stuff. Of course, everybody's going to stick up for their own kids and stuff.
Right.
But, he came out crying into the car when I was picking him up and, went home, pulled him to the side where nobody was around and just had him tell me the story. And it was like, oh, yeah, the teacher wasn't even around in that area to see if he was doing anything. And I don't know. So long story short, it was just like I told him, like, you're not in trouble. OK. And then, sometimes people get it wrong. Some people might not believe you.
Yep.
But, it's important, like, to tell me the truth. And I believe you. And that's like, that's the important thing. So they don't want to make it a big deal of like, hey, never do that again. And you need to listen to everybody and do everything that other people tell you. Like you have to kind of have your own mind and stuff. And no need for him to be upset about that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a valuable life lesson for sure.
So now if a couple of my other kids did that, I'd be like, oh yeah, you were fucking around. I know you. But him, I think he's the least likely to be pulling any shenanigans. And, I also told him, I was like, when you tell me the truth, I'll stick up for you. It doesn't matter who it is.
Right.
But if he's too young to understand that. But as you get older, you can learn how to abuse that and, say that he's telling the truth when he's actually lying. And then, so if I catch you doing that, that's not going to be good.
Yeah, for sure. But, all right. Well, what about your other children now?
Oh, the other children now.
The green children.
Boy, the green children. These things are growing quickly. So it's about, actually, I think I said last week was a month, but I think this week is a month. I don't know. I have a growing weed diary. I'd have to go and refer to the start date to get the actual dates, but that does exist. And, I document like when I feed them, how much I feed them, what kind of nutrients, watering, light schedule, light power, air temperature, humidity, all that kind of stuff.
I mean, what is in that diary? I mean, do you write, "Dear diary, sour diesel Kush got extra tall today. It brought a tear to my eye."
Yeah, it grew 12 centimeters overnight or something like that.
You're out of control.
I don't know. It's not that personal. Maybe I should though. It's more technical, but they're doing good, and I don't know. So I was thinking like some of the leaves look a little weird. I don't have like a mentor. I don't have anybody that I know that actually does it. So it's just reading stuff on the internet. Everybody on the internet says something different. And when things go wrong with your plant, whatever that symptom is, it could be multiple different things that are causing it or a combination. So it's really hard to just be like, oh, this is exactly what it is. I would imagine like after a while, people would get used to it, but you would have to tell somebody like all the factors. Anyway, it'd be nice if I could just call somebody locally and be like, hey, come over and hey, let me call the weed doctor up, the growing weed doctor up, and come over and give me a diagnosis. I'll pay him like $20,
There you go.
and he'll set me straight and stuff. And I was like, they should have this kind of a service.
Could be a good business.
Have them, in all the legal states that you can grow. Have some, local guy in there, have it available with an app, and you just hit the app, and somebody's at your place like that same day to help you out. Yeah, maybe at the end of it all, I'll share all the secrets that I've learned, or we'll put it on the Patreon or something like that.
Listen, when you get dreads, that's when I'm going to start to get nervous.
Yeah. How about if I have like the robe and the sandals? That's
the robe and the sandals, equally nervous. Nervous.
Okay.
The hemp sandals.
Gotcha.
So have you been to any cool concerts lately or anything? Or
well, I went out with Lana on this past weekend, and she was like, "Oh, what are we gonna do?" I was like, "Oh, let's like go check out some live music somewhere." And that was pretty much like, I didn't research any of it. I didn't look to see what was going on, and it was nice. She went and actually like kind of checked some stuff out, and she had a couple of opinions and stuff. And our taste in music, it kind of crosses over a little bit, but it's different.
So do you see like a Jack Harlow, or like, I don't know, Weekend or something?
Like
someone
cool? Like Jackie when we went to go see him. No, we didn't do that. So we ended up going to a local sort of dive bar, which I've been there like one time before. Cool bar. And I know that they do have live, but I haven't been there like in like 10 years or something like that. So they had the Elton John cover band there that night.
Wait, hold on. What did you just say?
Yeah, Elton John. We went to go see Elton John.
What the fuck? I might have to kick you off the fucking podcast just for saying you went to an Elton John cover band.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, do I have to say the cover band? Maybe I just went to go see Elton John.
Oh my God.
Well,
I mean, I don't know if that makes it any better. I mean, it makes it a little bit cooler, but.
So we went there, $15 cover charge per person to get in. And like, you couldn't even find a seat anywhere. Actually, it was reserved seating on top of that.
To see a fake Elton John?
Yeah. Luckily, we squatted at some table and we didn't have to worry about a seat. I guess whoever had paid the extra money to reserve the table, for some reason, changed their mind about Elton John. It was going to be too much excitement for them.
I mean, you're really aging down in demographics here talking about fucking Elton John.
I was pretty much one of the younger people.
I mean, we're trying to get younger and, more hip and not older and, Elton John.
Yeah. It was, I mean, I had, my mom had played that music, so it's not like I didn't know anything. But let me just tell you, the people in there, I mean, I would say 60 and up was probably the average age. And
Jeez.
I think one of the best parts, like, about it is that he must have been used to crowds that are more live or something, because like every like second or third song, people would clap, but I guess he wasn't getting the reaction that he thought. So like one time after a song, and I think he thought it was going to be a big one, he's like, "Hey, thank you all so much for that golf clap that you're doing. You're an amazing crowd." And I just started laughing.
What a douchebag.
And then after another one, he said, "Yeah, don't worry. We're gonna take a break here, and I know you guys are gonna be like ready to go on the second set. This is a wild crowd tonight," and it was just dead silent. I mean, he was making fun again. So he did that like quite a few times throughout his set. But you know what? He had a couple of groupies there.
Groupies? How old were they? Fucking 80 years old.
Oh yeah, these were some weird looking groupies. But yeah, it was an experience.
You fucking, every time I think you can't disappoint me more, you find a way.
So like from Jack Harlow to Elton John.
I mean, that's quite the spectrum of music. That's probably as young as you could go and as old as you could go. So yeah, that's interesting.
So that was my weekend.
Oh boy,
yeah. I want to say that your weekend was maybe a little bit different than the Elton John experience.
Slightly more exciting. I don't know if exciting is the right word, but entertaining. So went to a very fancy steakhouse, a different one where I haven't dated the hostess. So I was good. I had to go to a different steakhouse this time, JP. And so I sit down, I order a nice steak, I order a nice scotch. I'm enjoying myself. And I look over to the left and like there's these two women, and this one woman that's sitting right next to me keeps looking at me. And I'm like, hi. I'm Lou Money. Right? Introduce myself. And she's like, yeah. She's like, I was wondering when you were going to talk to me. I was like, oh, all right. Coming out the gate hot. I like this. So we end up bullshitting for like 2 hours. So I got her number, and I think I'm going to be going out with her on Saturday. So pretty excited about that. And then after that interaction, I was pretty pumped up, and I went to another very trendy lounge, and I met a group of traveling nurses from Ohio.
That sounds like trouble.
Yeah, nurses definitely know how to party. I will say that. Anyway, make a long story short, hanging out with them, shooting the shit. We're really hitting it off. We're all laughing, having a good time. And they're like, hey, we want to do something cool. Like, you have any ideas? I'm like, oh, yeah, let me take you to this downtown spot. A place we went to, I believe somewhere around Christmas, we went there. Really trendy hipster spot. Turns into a nightclub at night. And we partied till like 3 a.m. So again, still running on no sleep. And then next day, to soothe my soul, JP, I went where any man goes.
Bed?
That's where I should have went. I should have went to bed to catch up on my sleep. Nope.
Or therapy, something like that?
No, definitely not. No, that's a waste of money. Waste of money. I did my own therapy. I did my own healing at a gentleman's club.
The good old gentleman's club again.
Yeah, multiple nights of gentleman's club.
The pain must have been unbearable for you.
The pain was. I couldn't be alone. Be alone. So yeah, I had something nice with me all night, sitting with me. So
any new tips out of there? Same old thing.
New tips. Well, if you go during the week, you could really be a boss. You could really get a lot of attention if you go, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
There you go. Yes, I can imagine less competition than the weekends.
Less competition. They're fighting more for you. And, you don't have to spend as much. I mean, right. I still spent a lot of money, which, looking back at it, maybe not the best financial decision. I may have to talk to my financial planner about gentlemen's clubs and if and how they view that, that money being spent there. So yeah, it's been a wild run, man. But yeah. So anything else going on with you?
Nope. That's it.
All right. Well, listen, I think we're going to put a bow on this one. Wrap it up. So next episode, the big 3-0. That's it. We're finally in the 30s.
Yep.
Can't believe it. So
awesome.
Anyways, well, listen, thank you guys for listening. Like I said, you can follow us on IG at JoLo MoFo. Please go follow us and keep track of when the episodes are dropping, what they're about before we release them. Also, if you want to contribute to the show, Patreon, we have a link on all of our digital streaming platforms for our Patreon page as well. Thank you guys. We love you. We're out. Have a great week.
See you.
Thank you for listening. See you next time.